kill the Draugr.
Okay, good. Glorious. Okay, let me get my sweet arrows. Yes. Be on fire. Am I doing damage to you? Can't super tell. I don't think fire does much damage. It did 38 to her just now. Oh, she just knocked over that tree! What? That's pretty epic. No wonder she could break our fossil. She can do whatever the fuck she wants. She's a strong, independent dragon lady.
It's the strongest thing on this mountain.
Hey everyone, welcome to Frankly I Don't Give a Forks channel. Today we are here for Vampire the Masquerade for the segment. All my players say hello.
Hello.
So we took a little bit of a break for the holiday season. I hope you had a fantastic Christmas, solstice, whatever holiday that you celebrate. Hope you had a great time. So we are back in it, trying to get things back in the groove. We have a few things to go over, but before we go over them, let's introduce our players / characters. We have Daniel, the DM of Legion, on Thursday nights, and also Floki in the Mystery campaign, a Mystery Oops campaign on Mondays, Discord exclusive, and the host of Something Wicked.
Hello. My name is Wagner. I'm a Nosferatu, actor extraordinaire, the main star of Dracula, and I'm about to be in a lot of trouble. Something like that.
We have Melanie, who stars in Legion, who plays the hero Lonnie, also starring in Mystery Oops campaign as Eliwick, and she gets 100% of what she wants all the time.
Hello. I play Vittoria, and I could give the secrets of immortality for a price. It was too good. I had to say it again.
We have Miguel, the DM of our Monday night Discord exclusive Mystery Oops campaign, starting at 7 p.m. Eastern in Tavern 1. And be sure to join our Discord if you want to hear him DM and us play along with him. He's also Eliphas in our Legion campaign, creator of and host of Teal Wall Plays, and co-host of Watch Us Die.
Hello. I play a character called Raul, which hopefully one day we shall beat. Not today.
And lastly but not least, we have Jacoboyo, who has joined us for the first time last time as the director of Wagner's premiering episode of not Dracula, Nosferatu, of course. So welcome back.
Hey. Well, I'm Jack, or Emil, whichever you want to call me. And I play Frederick, the director.
Oh, Patrick.
He is very sure of his directing job, but
oh yes.
he's not as good as he thinks he is.
It was fantastic. I loved him.
Wagner will make sure to remind you of this at every moment he has, so it's okay.
I love how unsure he is, and Wagner's like, no, this is what we're doing, and
Let me help you to help you.
Oh,
what happened, my love? Oh,
You stepped on their cat.
no. She's just frustrated because Papa is not giving her all of his attention. I'm very sorry, my love. That's Miss Peaches, everybody. I don't know if you can
He
see.
deserves all of your attention.
I
Why are you not
know.
paying attention to
I
us?
Just
love
a little diva, just like Wagner.
yes. Yes.
it.
So before we get
I'll
straight
talk
into the
too.
game, so welcome again to the Vampire the Masquerade Highborn Thief. We're playing the 5th edition, and with some sorts of earlier edition material that has been sprinkled in. This is definitely an 18 plus segment. Viewer discretion is advised. This is not for the faint of heart, and we we are not playing heroes in this campaign, even though you've seen all of these players play heroes, we are not heroes. We are the villains of the game. There will be blood, a mention of blood, injuries, modern weapons, violence, torture, some graphic contents. And this is a game very much about monsters, but we will not use this as an excuse to be monsters ourselves. Uh, Portions of this material is copyright and trademarked by Paradox Interactive AB and are used with permission. All rights reserved. For more information, please visit worldofdarkness.com. Consent is very important to me and my players. There are topics that are off limits that we have already discussed beforehand. There could be sounds that are being made, turbulence in an airplane, a sexual encounter, a torture encounter, anything that could trigger a player, we will fade to black. All they have to do is simply lift up an index card, a white piece of paper, anything to just kind of get my attention, and we will fade to black, stop talking about that subject, and continue on with the next scene. This also applies to you as well, audience. So mute your speakers, leave a message in our message to let us know that you have been triggered, that this is a tough subject for you, because very possibly it will come up. We will give you a hand wave, and we will message back in the comment section, letting you know that that scene is over. If you watch D&D Legion, you know that we have a lot of skilled D&D players, but many are new to the Vampire Masquerade, so we're learning the rules as we go. We will be definitely using the rule of cool, and we won't break down into rule learning in the game. So after the segment is done, if I notice a player who may not know Vampire the Masquerade rules, we'll kind of just play it out in the moment. But after the session is done, we'll go over in detail. Okay, so this is not exactly how you do this. Let's break it down, but not to take up your time. This could be triggering to some of our rule lawyers in the audience, so fair warning. If you see that we're doing something wrong, please message us so I can address it. But that we use homebrew, so that is something that could be a bit triggering. There are inspiration points like in D&D. They stack. You can re-roll failed dice. Critical failures cost 2 inspiration points to re-roll. The backstories that all of our players are playing right now, there are bonus skill points available. There are 5 minor key points. If they hit those 5 minor key points, they're able to get a bonus skill point. And there are 2 major key points. And if they're able to hit those major key points, they get a bonus attribute point. For earning XP, we'll have breakaway moments where we pause game, great role-playing, creative thinking, completing story arcs. That's all that we have for that, so I say let us recap what happened last session. Last session, our wonderful Wagner. Hello. He's had his first acting job since turning into being embraced into a Nosferatu, and he is performing beautifully. In fact, Daniel, give me a charisma and a performance roll.
I will do that for you, my dear. Oh, wait. I'm so sorry. I managed to close the tab. Oh, good lord.
So your charisma is a 1, and your performance, I believe, is statted out, so a 5.
I believe so. So that is, and I'm rolling with 1.
I
hunger
believe
die,
you
correct?
have 3 hunger.
Oh no! Remember, I fed.
You had 4 originally, and you went down to 3, I believe.
No, because I didn't kill him.
You didn't kill him.
But I wanted to get close.
Right. You were at 4 hunger last session.
Oh, so I'm still at 3?
You're at 3. If you drain him, yeah, if you drain him, you can go down to 0. But yeah.
Oh, no, I don't want to do that. So I'm rolling 5. Wait,
6. 6, so
how many the black dice?
So if you have 6 dice and you are at 3 hunger, so 3 red, 3 black.
Oh, that's not too good. Okay. Oh, I'm very hungry.
Oh, the hungry boy.
Thank you, God Jesus. Okay, I have in the black, it is one unk with stars,
Okay.
and then another unk, and nothing on the hunger.
2, 3. So that's 3 successes. And just a heads up, you are allowed to know, unlike D&D, what the challenge rating is. So before you roll, you are allowed to ask. We've gone over this before, but just a reminder to our players.
Sure.
So you meet, you beat. You have been acting well. You know that Felix got under your skin. Felix was sent, by the prince of where you're from. He has been
Yes.
keeping an eye out on you. He has loaned Felix over to the German prince to keep an eye on you.
I'm sure.
And you've been able to keep things under control, and you definitely have Felix's words ringing through your mind, which he so I will read off what Grim's character Felix, who hopefully will be joining us tonight, what he had said. I can see we are both professionals in our own right. The difference between you and me is that I act like one. You need to clean up your act before you get caught. I am your observer, not your babysitter. And with
How
that,
polite of you.
so I believe you just fed on the Petunis's character. You left him alive. We had Vittoria listening and watching in on the mirror, seeing and hearing
Victoria heard the whole thing.
all of this.
I also slammed down the food tray out of spite.
It was amusing. But I'm
Oh.
so bored.
Ooh.
So, Wagner will open door. We've had an accident. The food boy has passed out again. And he's managed to get my whole trailer filthy.
Frederick, you
Someone.
hear this. You're not
Uh,
far from the trailers at all.
So he will come to the trailer. He's like,
Cedric.
what do you mean? Again, he's he hasn't
Director, you
cleaned
have
up
so much
before.
going on. I can't expect you to know everything that is happening here.
Darling, please tell me he has not missed with your makeup.
No, my makeup is too perfect as always.
Is
Thank you for
Impeccable.
asking.
Yeah.
But the boy is passed out
is
on my couch.
is this makeup perfect?
Do you actually say that?
No, I'm asking the DM.
I'm actually gonna roll a couple of things for you. Oh boy.
because he
boy.
would be like intently looking at it when he
Oh,
says
fair.
that.
yes.
That's, you know what, that is fair.
Definitely. Let's see. We're gonna do presence. Oh, you've got a 1 in presence, and you've got insight. Oh, a 1 in insight. So at least you have no red dice that you're rolling with. Yes. You've received 1 success. I believe you have 1 inspiration, correct?
Yeah.
You can use that inspiration to roll a second time if you'd like.
Yeah, sure. Do that.
Wagner will just put his hand over his mouth and just watch him intently like a wolf watches prey.
You've received 2 successes, so you know that either A, you owe your makeup artist a raise, or B, this is not normal skin. It looks paper thin. There's something ill about him that sets you off in your stomach, like almost like, ugh.
Okay.
Does Wagner notice this?
Roll me a. Get your character sheet up so I actually know what you have.
Hey, Em.
Yes.
When you have moment. I sent you a message.
Oh, another one? I thought I responded to it.
Oh, I did not see that. Sorry. What would you have me do?
So are you trying to use Grammarly? Is that how you want to use it?
Sure.
So I would definitely have you use your Grammarly, and I would have you use, since you're watching, I feel like intelligence. Oh no, wait, you're
Okay.
using your Grammarly, and then that's right, that is an attribute. Insight.
Okay.
So you can either use intelligence or Grammarly, but I believe your Grammarly is better, correct?
Oh, my grammar is probably one of my best stats.
That's what I thought. Okay.
But actually, my intelligence is great too. So.
Okay. For you to try to figure out if he's figured this out, Daniel, I will either allow you to roll your intelligence or your wits, and then we're gonna go with insight.
I will go with my wits
Mhm.
and insight. So that would be 3 black and 2 red.
3 red and 2 black.
Oh boy.
Because you have a hunger of 3.
2 in the black, 1 in the red.
Is it a critical failure in the red?
No, just a number, uncle.
Okay, good, good. So you know that he is skeeved out looking at you. You don't know if he's placed you as a vampire, but he knows that there's something very wrong with you.
Wagner will just put his hand over his mouth and just look him in the eyes.
For you, Miguel, are you watching him as I imagine you'd be watching his makeup, him putting his hand over his mouth. Um
Yes. He would be looking at his
What
makeup.
is the makeup artist's name again?
Was it like
Huh.
Fabio or
I
something?
think it's
Something like
Frederick or Hans or something.
Oh,
Yeah,
Hans! It
Hans.
was
It was
Yes.
By the way, 3 successes and 4 failures.
You know that when the food came in, it was not spoiled.
Yes, but can I change that?
Yes. As you do this, it the food that came in, it was crispy. It was like the little Oh, hello, Talia. The rolls were nice and crispy. The meat was moist and delicious. You see it start to become gelatinous, and slowly the food crumbles away. That puff pastry crumbles into this very bluish tinge. You see the meat starting to get covered in a greenish sponge.
yeah.
Do they see this, or does it just happen?
That just happens. We're gonna
Can
say,
is there if there is any water, can I turn it red?
do you have any water in your do you drink water? Do you ask for water?
The water in my tea, of course.
That turns redder than it was. Redder than most wines. Um Hans, as you see him put his hand over his mouth, you're like immediately like, oh no, the makeup. And it doesn't smudge at all.
Hans has
Ah,
done a wonderful job on everything, has he not? It almost gives me a predatory look to my eyes. Does it not, Air Director?
Yeah. If,
Have someone clean up that trash inside of my trailer, please, if you would be so kind.
You just hear
yeah.
the guy on your bed or couch moaning.
I can't stand to hear grown men cry. It bothers me.
Hans will go in and just grab the guy, throw him over his shoulder, like, I'll take out the trash, no worries.
How
Yeah.
strong are you?
Hans.
I don't know.
He's German.
With
He's
a
got a
name
little
like
bit of
Hans.
oomph in
You got
there.
2 onks. Yeah, you just pick him up over your shoulder and just throw out the trash.
I
Okay.
watch.
Okay. Okay.
Hans uses his muscles.
Hans, come with me. And then Frederick walks with Hans outside.
Should
Oh.
I not take this man to the
Yes,
medic?
yes. Let's go.
Okay.
He like just runs off almost together with us.
As they leave, Wagner will just kind of stand there and he'll look at his water.
You see your reflection staring back at you. It is that dark, and
He just put when that does happen, he literally just puts his hand over the cup.
It,
Miguel,
God damn it.
not Miguel, Daniel, Wagner.
Yes.
I would love you to roll a wits, or actually a composure seems more appropriate here.
Oh boy.
Composure and awareness. Or I'll allow insight if you'd like.
Would I be able to do insight if that's alright?
Absolutely.
Oh boy, there's so much red.
Are there any plants in his trailer?
Are there, Daniel?
0 successes and a critical failure in the red.
Ah, critical failure. I'm gonna roll something. Onk or no onk, Daniel?
Ankh.
So are there plants in your trailer? Do you surround yourself with plants? I'm sure there's like some cut
Any plants
flowers.
or
There,
like cut flowers?
there have to be roses inside of my trailer. Why would there not be roses inside of an actor's trailer?
Perfect.
It's a silly question.
There are definitely cut flowers in there. What did you want to do, Victoria? What mischief are you going to do?
So I have. Let me see if this is applicable. I want to make them look beautiful, like the most beautiful cut
Sure.
rose.
They're starting to wilt. It's been a long day.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to fix
Wagner
that.
just closes the door. He goes in, he closes the door now because now he's actually kind of, and he'll just sit there. Does he notice the food?
Yes, I'm gonna say as you're just trying to get control over yourself, or observing your scenery, you don't have to roll for this. You see the food. Roll me wits and intelligence.
Okay.
Or sorry, not wits and intelligence. Wits and occult. Occult would be better.
Oof. Okay.
And with your critical failure, we'll get to that in just a moment.
Nothing on the red.
Good.
2 critical successes.
You know that something is not right. Something is magically afoot, but you're not sure what.
Wagner will stop for a moment. Narcissa? Is that you?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Narcissa, is that you? My caretaker, my creator. Are you
As
about making mischief?
as you saying this, you find yourself yelling, "Is that you?" louder and louder. We're going into your critical failure now. As you start to rip your trailer apart looking for her.
He loses it. He
you're
begins
tearing
to
me
dive.
apart,
He
Narcissa.
begins to go and dive like his extremely long fingers into things. Are you here? Narcissa! Where are you?
Victoria, you see all of this.
Is this possible? Because I don't know with vampire biology. If he touches the roses, can I make it so that they like prick his finger? But I don't know with vampire biology if that's possible even.
Onk or no onk?
Onk. Always
Yes.
onk.
Always onk? It is very
Always
possible
on.
with you.
Okay.
So
If he touches the roses in a manner that would damage them, I want them to like rip his.
I'm gonna say with his critical failure, he has definitely just bashed it to the ground. And as you do, instead of blood coming out, you see this black porridge consistency spew out of you.
It'll take a second.
As you lick up your vitae, you feel the victims on your tongue.
You can't stop me, you know. No matter all the tricks that you play, I am still the greatest actor this era will know. I will burn this mansion down if I have to, but only after the film is done. And I will kick the door open and I will scream out loud, "Makeup! Clean up! I need the trailer cleaned up immediately!" And I will begin to make my way to the mansion.
Absolutely.
Disgusting creature.
Let's jump to Hans and Frederick. You have just quickly rushed away with Hans. You have this very unsettled feeling in your stomach. Hans, you just got him like a sack of potatoes over your shoulder.
So boss, what should I do with this? Yeah, my accent keeps changing. I don't know why.
we we need to get him to the hospital. We need to get what what catches whatever that is. What do we do with him?
What do we do with what?
The the dick in the trailer.
Uh, you're the boss. I am just makeup, and I guess I carry bodies now.
you you have done its makeup the entire movie.
Yes.
You never noticed anything else?
Yes.
A true professional.
So I think with that,
You'll
we're
see.
go for it.
Let me just say this. You see that's the secret. I did not want to let you know. I really don't do anything. It's all natural.
What?
So I just pretend and I tell him he's pretty and he gets happy and then he goes act and I get paid. Ja?
You 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 get paid for nothing.
Well, I make him feel better. I apply makeup to his soul.
I mean, to be very honest, me too.
Yes.
I
Whatever works, whatever makes the movie.
I've
Both of you get inspiration to your next NPC that you're playing.
Fantastic.
Victoria, what are you doing? You have just played a little bit of mischief. You see Wagner walk off in a huff.
He looks taller as he walks out the room, oddly enough. Usually very short, but he seems to have lost a little bit of his oomph, and maybe not hiding as well as usual.
She definitely notices that. Hmm. Well, not exactly the fun I was expecting, but better than nothing.
You see the flowers still beautifully with a bit of black congealed blood on them.
As he walks away, I would like to go into his trailer.
Absolutely. Are you trying to be stealthy at all, or?
Yeah. I mean, ish. I'm not trying. I don't know. I would prefer not to be seen, but at the same
Okay.
time, I think I can fake it.
Give me composure and streetwise, or I'd allow subterfuge. And the challenge rating is very low on this one.
Oh, I had to find composure. I will take that refuge. It is better than Streetwise.
Sure.
That
I
is
betrayed my
2
country.
successes.
More than enough. You're able to get in there. There is someone in there. You see them picking up bits of glass in there, but they don't seem to pay you any mind.
I would like to pick up the roses.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do away with the vitae that's on it? Just like
With
twiddling fingers.
yes, absolutely.
A little bit of wind or something, just pick it off and go.
Absolutely.
And then I walk out with roses.
Excellent.
I will probably. Are we scene switching?
We will be in a moment after your scene, yeah.
Okay. Well, I will probably keep following the casting crew
Sure.
and just making little bits of mischief here and there.
Fantastic. Okay.
Just
That,
keep.
oh, forgive me. I was going to say that evening, Wagner makes them film. He must. The show must go on.
Of course. So, Daniel, I'm going to need charisma and performance. 3 rolls of this. Victoria, you're going to directly be rolling against him. Competing roles, your gramarye and what do we have for mischief? I guess either
Subterfuge?
subterfuge. Yeah, that sounds good.
What am I rolling in?
You're gonna be rolling your charisma and performance. And you're rolling against each other 3 times.
Four successes, 1 critical failure in blood.
Okay.
I
And
have 4 successes.
so as you're doing one of your scenes, one of those heavy sandbags nearly falls on you, Daniel. It just misses you by inches.
Oh, I want Wagner to move with speed that he probably shouldn't be able to. And as he goes to the side, Director,
Yes.
do we have problem?
That I'm not the one in charge of the sandbags.
He's gonna get real close. And what exactly are you in charge of, Frederick?
the the the, the camera people
Ah, the camera people.
and
Yeah.
the actors. Well, not you, of course.
Wagner's gonna gently just put his hand against his cheek. Do you feel like you were in charge of me, Frederick?
Well, no, that's what I said. I'm not in charge of you.
That's a good boy. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. I appreciate that. And he'll just continue to go on like if though nothing happened. He'll just jump right back into it.
Competing roles again.
They might hear a soft on the
Can I use my inspiration?
Yes, yes. You cannot re-roll Eddie
Blood
Hunger.
die, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Thank you, God. Okay, that's actually 5 successes with 1 failure.
Okay.
Ooh. I have 2 crits
Ooh,
and 2 successes.
6.
Oh.
Ooh, you right out beat him. Okay, they're at this intimate moment. Wagner and his co-star, they're very close to each other. What mischief do you want to cause, Melanie?
I have the idea. I'm just trying to figure out what material.
Okay.
Is it what kind of scene is it? Is it like outdoor?
I'm gonna say it's in. Would you like it to be outdoor?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's outdoor. Sure, they're out on the patio.
Is there a material that they would use to create fake snow?
Oh, definitely.
I want the fake snow to like start falling entirely too thick to be real. So it's not even something that can be used. The scene, and like her goal is the scene has to be done over. And it just starts falling right on top of them, and
Oh my
I
God.
would really love if it like piled all over like his shoulders and his head and stuff.
I'm gonna say, with you beating him so well, he has like
The
these
hell?
shoulder pads of snow, fake snow, and even you, Hans, and you, Frederick, you're starting to get like you're not even in the scene. You shouldn't be in the pathway of the snow. It's starting to cover
Oh
you.
yes, yes.
Wagner
If
like
it got on everybody, she would love that even more.
Wagner midway will do the whole snow. The fucking snow! Is anyone paying attention to anything here?
Do we even have a snow machine?
Frederick
have
is going to hide behind Hans.
You see
Oh,
that you actually see
hello
you actually see
there.
Wagner look around and it's just like, do we even have a snow machine?
There's
Let
not
us
supposed to be a snow machine in this area at all. It's in the front of the building.
Frederick. My
He's
patience.
back here.
Oh, wonderful. Frederick.
Hans, why?
I
Can I pick up Frederick from like the scruff, like you would like a cat, and just put?
Obviously, you can pick up a man, no problem. Put him over your shoulder. I see no reason why not.
if there are any flowers or leaves around me, I just pick one at random. If there's not, I pull a rose petal out of my pocket.
I'm gonna say that there's spider snake plants, which they don't do well in snow, but there's one of those there apparently.
Um, are they big leaves or small leaves?
Big long like snake leaves.
Okay, I grab one
Mm-hmm.
and I do this and use a little bit of wind and magic to like put it right into like just in his face.
I want you to know that as this thing hits Wagner in the eye, he doesn't blink. He doesn't flinch.
Frederick love.
Frederick, director. Come, please. He's gonna put his hands on your shoulders. I'm going to tell you a secret, Frederick.
All right.
Don't scream. I want you to know that if one more scene has to be reshot tonight, I'm going to rip out your spine and I'm going to beat you with it. Do we understand each other?
Oh,
If you scream, I'm going to rip your head clean off your shoulder blade.
oh,
Yeah?
all right. Yeah.
Ah,
There's no
Deva?
need for that kind of violence, sir.
Oh. No, you're right. Once everything is actually working, there will be no need for violence. Let's finish up the night. I'm
This.
getting tired.
Last scene, guys.
Oh my God, you're actually going to kill Frederick.
I didn't expect it to be this easy to push him that far.
Okay.
Hans will
This
live.
one was better.
Good.
I actually have 3 crits
6.
and I've got 1 failure.
Okay, so that's 5.
Oop, that was a 7. I know it was because I looked at it. 4 successes.
4 successes.
No crits.
Okay, so you actually lose to Wagner.
Oh, fucking
Fred-
finally.
Frederick gets to live. So
if possible, I want it to be one of the moonlit scenes
Sure.
when he's getting close to the female,
Mm-hmm.
to like the female star,
Yes.
and he'll pull her in close and he'll whisper something to her in the ear, and he'll actually go and say, "I love the way you smell," and he just smiles at her, and like trying to think that he's still charismatic, but completely, utterly failing, and just looking at her and just doing the whole,
What mischief were you trying to create, Melanie?
Hmm. I was probably trying to. I was probably trying to grow up some of the grass so that it kind of tangled over their feet.
As you're trying to do this, you see her almost trip into his arms and get closer to him in their embrace.
he'll just hold him. Ah, mein Liebchen, do not worry. You are safe. You are wonderful at what you do. It is a pleasure to be able to act with you. You have made my evening better, and for that I am always grateful.
You see that the cast is just like, oh, that was beautiful.
And when it ends, I'll just turn to Frederick. Living for another evening. Fantastic.
You're not sure if he was just being an ordinary actor threatening you or if he meant every word.
He will bow his head for a moment, though. And to the phantoms that wish us ill on our magnificent stage, know that a little bit of accidents are always welcome, quite like in the opera. I dedicate this film to my dearest Narcissa. May you be well wherever you are. And he'll go back to his trailer.
With that, we will transition to your final scene.
Oh.
Hmm.
But Wagner.
So, we go to we're in the city now. You're back home. Let me zoom in a little bit. There we go. Let me paste you guys in. And Victoria, you're down on the street. It's been a long while since you've seen Wagner. Had lots of fun with Wagner. Roll
I wonder if I remember.
let's see if you even remember him. That's a good idea. Let's do intelligence and insight? Or is there something better than insight? I would even allow politics.
I will take the insight if you'll give it to me.
Sure.
That's a pretty decent insight. Oh, that was a good roll. That was a very good roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes and 1 critical success.
Okay, perfect. You remember him fondly.
Perfect memory.
As you are walking down the street, you're thinking of Wagner, and suddenly you see his face. You see it on a billboard. It is there. He is dressed up to the T, black cape with the red lining, fangs out, holding on to his love interest, fangs out about ready to bear into her neck.
So he's there.
You see that there is a large crowd outside the building of where you see the billboard.
Is it from the same movie that I watched him
What, sorry?
make? Is it from the same movie that I watched him make?
This is a different movie. It's titled Dracula.
Still vampires. I'm
You
gonna join the crowd.
As you walk into the crowd, you see there are people holding picket signs. saying that magic is evil, going to hell. You can tell that these are fanatical religious people. They're chanting there.
Yeah, the church.
Christians.
um,
I definitely at that point. Is there any other crowd like?
yes, you do see that there are people getting out of their cars, walking up this velvet red carpet through the double doors to the building.
Is there an audience around them?
Yeah.
Like watching
Yes.
up the red. I'm gonna join that audience.
Sure, absolutely. You get up there, you see that the paparazzi flashes everywhere.
Do I see any way into the building?
Well, there is the front door. Let me actually.
Which has a dozen cameras on it.
Yes. Let me actually get to the city of Milan, just so you can see the layouts of it. So over here is where his billboard is. So the front door would be right here. You do see that there is an alleyway down here, which you could probably find around a doorway into there.
Milan. It was so much nicer in autumn. Yeah, I'll go into the alleyway and see if I can find a way in. I have another idea if not, but we'll try this first.
Sure. As you walk through, you have to like muscle your way through like the fangirls of people walking by.
Actually, can I interrupt you?
Sure.
Can I see through the door?
Yeah, they're glass doors.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just going to use magic instead because I have this wonderful little spell that allows me to teleport.
Even better.
Yes. I don't remember the specifics, but it should be plenty to allow me to just teleport in there. That's a very quick spell. What's the name of the spell? I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
It's either straight track or journey,
Well,
I think.
As you're
It
going,
pretty much just lets me blink into the like a D&D Misty step is kind of what it is.
As you're going over the spell, let us Grim has arrived, so let's head to commercial as you figure out the spell and we get Grim in here. So we will be right back, guys. See you in a minute.
Stay tuned.
Just roll a 26.
No. A 25.
Oh, close.
Jesus Christ.
Did you actually roll a 20 on a
A 25. Because chaos has now begun to reign.
Maha is going to ask them for a festive drink.
The rogue will look at Maha for a moment and then look at Ebenezer. We have.
What do you like to drink in the rain and Windsor at this time of year?
That's the stomach. Beer. I drink beer. Would you like one?
I will take one beer.
Beer for everyone? Beer for everyone?
Oh, I'll take some mulled wine, please.
Eyebrow. Because at this point I know, don't I?
Yeah.
Eyebrow.
It's mulled wine! It's better than beer! I'll
Just
take
there.
some milk and honey. Jeez.
I don't think fire does much damage. It's did 38 to her just now. Oh, she just knocked over that tree! What? That's pretty epic. No wonder she could break our fossil. She can do whatever the fuck she wants. She's a strong, independent dragon lady.
It's the strongest thing on this mountain. Odin really doesn't like you.
to Map Making Tuesdays. Wanted to thank everyone for joining me. Sorry for a bit of a start. We are learning how to transition between our scenes. So with that, I want to thank everyone for coming to Frankly.
I'm
Plains
scanning.
are a dangerous place.
Yeah, it looks so nice, but it's really misleading. Look at those flowers. Those flowers will fuck you up. In theory.
Remember the first time? It's like Australia, honestly.
Yeah, we're like in the outback of Helheim.
Hey, look at that. It's a dang. Oh, God.
Oh, God.
It's really pissed off.
Ah! Well, you might find this very sexy, Cheshire Man. Look at my organization system. I built an entire house around this room. Everything else is secondary compared to these beautiful boxes, which we haven't built yet. But they will be full treasure for the glory home. I mean, for the meta home. Not the glory hole, which is a thing in this game.
That's one of our portals.
Ah!
Run.
Ah!
He just killed the driver.
Okay, good. Glorious. Okay, let me get my sweet arrows. Yes. Be on fire. I didn't damage you. Can't see this all. I'm sorry, dear. Oh, there's like a poor deer being ran out into the waters. Did you do that?
See him.
Okay, well.
It's pretty heartless.
I mean, I'm a really terrible vegan.
This game you are.
This game I am. We don't need deer hides, do we? I'm gonna
My mouse to move it slightly. Play that in real life? Absolutely, 100%. I wish I could do this in real life. Because I can do it in theory when on simple things, but like on my homework and studying, you know, I do it the hard way. My ADD just kicks in. It's like, you're going to do this one thing perfectly.
Not allowed to say. Ah, thanks. A parting gift. I can't say the F word again.
Oop! I'm gonna kill myself if I'm not careful because I keep running around and you have to swim sometimes, and then I'm just gonna randomly drown one day and not know why I'm dead.
Fortunately, you have a lot of
I picked up that wood and it floated into the sky.
Amazing.
You son of a... Oh, it came down. Okay, thank you.
I am the danger.
I am the danger. I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me. These skeletons, they're gonna be like, I wish I didn't wake up today.
Nah.
Yes.
I wish I'd stayed dead.
I wish I was really dead. Dead. Ooh, wait.
I'm taken care of. The editor elves, I finally got our bitrate working, and sometimes Twitch gets a little bit angry, so we're going to go and try this one more time. As you may know me, I am Daniel, or you may also know me as Xanaris, the dungeon master of the Legion game that we play every Thursday at 7 o'clock Eastern Time.
Maha's gonna look and be like, be happy you have hands.
Oh, God!
I thought even Wilbur's like, yeah.
Maha's literally just thinking of Eric and like how sorry he feels.
Oh my gosh.
But yes, I like unintentional intimidation.
Yes, extreme intimidation.
You see, he just kind of holds the knife for a second. I want me hands and don't. He just starts to walk. He literally just walks in between the both of you. Get out of my way! Out of my way! And he just goes and starts walking down. Just like, if I see you again, I'll kill you. You hear me?
Mother of, I don't know, what would be a Viking way to make an insult? You, scourge, yeah, you coward. You scourge at the bottom of my boot.
Okay, that looks pretty good. Now fire up here. Actually, what am I doing? Yeah, that's what I'll do. If I was smart, I would have done one shelf to its fullest and completed it. That way I wouldn't actually have to go and add fire to the second shelf, because it would have already been there. Hurrah. PC or PC as your character, who would it be?
Wait, did Emily say who you praise? Who was your god?
The Wild Mother, the Green Mother. But I've been having entanglements with the Black Tongue God.
For all of you, out of curiosity about the Black Tongue God, you'll stay with your curiosity.
No,
You
because I
won't
was
get
like,
any information.
the player is very curious. The player
Just go and know
loves-
the.
You want some of this action?
He's like, yeah. You're lucky I ran out of stamina. You'd be dead. You watch out when I get stamina. Everyone's gonna be real sad they ran into me.
Catch my breath.
When I catch my breath, you're getting your ass kicked.
Lava. So let's see. So one thing that I really did like here is the water aspect. Let me see if I can click on it. Nope, I can't. So water, let's do a little bit of water. If you want to make it look really dark, you can do squares, you can do circles, or what I like to do.
Maha's gonna look and be like, be happy you have hands.
Oh god!
I thought even Wilbur's like, yeah.
Maha's literally just thinking of Eric and like how sorry he feels.
Oh my gosh.
But yes,
I would
like unintentional intimidation.
extreme intimidation.
You see, he just kind of holds the knife for a second. I want me hands and don't. He just starts to walk. He literally just walks in between the both of you. Get out of my way! Out of my way! And he just goes and starts walking down. Just like, if I see you again, I'll kill you. You hear me?
Run.
Oh,
He just killed the driver.
okay, good. Glorious. Okay, let me get my sweet arrows. Yes. Be on fire. Am I doing damage to you? Can't super tall.
You want some of this action?
He's like, yeah. You're lucky I ran out of stamina. You'd be dead. You watch out when I get stamina. Everyone's gonna be real sad they ran into me.
Catch my breath.
When I catch my breath, you're getting your ass kicked. Oop, I'm gonna kill myself. I'm not careful because I keep running around and you have to swim sometimes, and then I'm just gonna randomly drown one day and not know why I'm dead.
We're gonna leave alive.
I picked up that wood and it floated into the sky. You son of a... Oh, it came down. Okay, thank you. Maha is going to ask them for a festive drink.
The rogue will look at Maha for a moment and then look at Ebenezer. We have.
What do you like to drink in the rain and Windsor at this time of year?
That's his stomach. Beer. I drink beer. Would you like one?
I will take one beer.
Beer for everyone? Beer for everyone?
Oh, I'll
no,
take
see.
some mulled wine, please.
Eyebrow. Because at this point I know, don't I?
Yeah.
Eyebrow.
It's mulled wine! It's better than beer! I'll
Still
take
there.
some milk and honey. Jeez.
I'm taken care of. The editor elves, I finally got our bitrate working, and sometimes Twitch gets a little bit angry, so we're going to go and try this one more time. As you may know me, I am Daniel, or you may also know me as Xanaris, the Dungeon Master of the Legion game that we play every Thursday at 7 o'clock Eastern Time.
Okay, that looks pretty good. Now fire up here. Actually, what am I doing? Yeah, that's what I'll do. And welcome back, everyone. We have a Grim. Woohoo! So Grim, for what you just missed out, we read your little lovely speech that you had to Daniel. You pissed him off. And then we had a competition of will between Wagner and Vittoria. She was playing lots of little pranks, harmless pranks.
Smearing the wall with him, better said, for the most part of it.
And the film came out. What was that?
She was bored.
Mm.
So dull.
Don't ever bore her. That is the worst crime you can commit. So we find.
I don't know about that.
So, Wagner, you've been sent. You're in the city of Milan right now. You have been sent by your prince. He wants you to keep an eye on Wagner because he has created such a fluster with the Nosferatu movie, but it had some good consequences with it. There was much bad for the Nosferatu community. But it was making it easier to be out in public at night. People thought they were dressing up as their favorite villain, the Nosferatu, and
Anti-hero.
Anti-hero. Questionable, debatable. We'll see about that.
From a certain point of view.
Every terrorist is a freedom fighter, though, right?
Escalate quickly.
You wanted me.
So you have been sent. You were given a ticket. Victoria, before you transport yourself, roll me. Wait, this isn't Victoria. That won't help. That is roll me your wits and composure. No, sorry, I keep saying the attribute. Your composure and your awareness.
Hello. Hello. You want to come say hi? Okay.
Nice.
2 successes. One of those is a crit. And
Excellent.
2 failures.
Oof. So still have enough to get it. It's not a hard one. You see Felix get out of a car that pulls up to the red carpet leading up to the door. And you see him get out of his car. No one seems to really some people take his picture quickly, but no one seems to pay you much attention, Felix.
As it should be.
Yeah. As he walks into the building.
And I kind of wish I hadn't already said I was going to teleport in because I just had a funny idea.
Go for it. Yeah. Something happened. You can definitely change your mind if you want.
Can I teleport to the inside of the car? I'm assuming he's getting out of the back end like they do.
Yeah.
Sure. Can I teleport to inside of the car and get out immediately after him?
Absolutely.
Would I notice this?
You're going to notice it because she's going to grab onto your arm like this, do the hook thing, and I do so love a good red carpet.
What color is your hair today, Victoria?
Still purple, actually.
Still purple?
It's the same purple as last time.
Oh.
It hasn't been so long that she hasn't felt like changing it yet.
Okay. So roll me composure, Felix, and we're gonna go with awareness.
Oh, Okay, so composure and awareness.
Oh, hello. You got down. I didn't think you.
Awareness 3. What do I need to meet or beat?
Just the 2. It's not hard.
I got 3, barely.
You definitely are now. You're adding your 1 hunger in, correct?
Oh yeah, I failed that, but well, I didn't pass the hunger, but I didn't crit fail it.
Perfect. As long as you remember that. I just wanted to make sure. We had a conversation earlier. So you recognize her almost instantly just because of her iconic hair color that you saw in the carriage going up the mountain.
Oh, okay.
But she wasn't in the car with you, but she just got out.
Neat trick.
And he starts
You must
walking and like nudging him forward.
just continue walking. It's like neat trick. I'd love it if you show it to me sometime.
What trick?
You're not. You're
He
where
smiles and
you
waves
were where you were not.
the cameras.
That is a trick, yes.
You both draw a fair amount of attention because of Victoria on your arm.
Wait.
They
I
think they think that she's an actor because she holds herself in such a way that they just think that you're escorting or you're a partner of hers, but she's an actress.
What she is wearing is quite glamorous as well. It's you know, perfectly in line with the styles of today.
You see that
that day.
You see that the doors open up for you.
Thank you. She smiles
Wagner,
at the
Yes.
Wait.
you had your hand up?
Oh, yes. I was wondering, where's Wagner?
You are the last car in the what's the word?
The procession.
Procession, thank you.
I know what you're doing here.
Wagner will be in the car with probably his makeup artist
Hans.
and maybe the director.
Hello.
Well,
Wouldn't
and
Frederick be in the car with you?
you know what? Yeah, and he'll be of extremely high spirits. He'll be drinking. He'll go on and drinking, and I'll spend the blood point for that, by the way, so that it can look.
Absolutely.
And he's all. Oh.
You
Hans has
feel
a drink in his hand too, and a brush on the other. Just
Oh.
you touch it, it's like, oh, you look so lovely for this premiere, yeah.
Frederick, as you see him putting the makeup on, you notice there's nothing on his brush.
But you do see him inside the car.
Are you going to you light up a cigarette?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And as he's there, Frederick, I will go and tell you that I think I've had a change of heart with you.
Oh,
You know, I wouldn't have been given this opportunity if you had not given it to me. Getting a chance to be in Nosferatu allowed me to do this.
I am really glad that I have given you that opportunity.
I have been very hard on you, Frederick.
You
And
have.
you see that he actually extends his hand, and as he does, Frederick and Hans, I want you to know that as my star continues to rise, I will not forget you. I think back on these moments, these quiet moments that I have now. But win if you can, lose if you must, but always cheat. And when the car parks, he'll open it up with a flare.
Before you open your door, you see Victoria. Are you watching the people get out before, you're just enjoying the conversation?
I'm keeping an eye on it. She like takes her coat off and hands it to because there's probably somebody there checking coats.
Oh, definitely.
So she, you know, hands her coat off and she, you know, just says conversationally to Felix, "Isn't it so funny, a vampire playing a vampire?"
Ironic, I suppose? Or a clever ploy. Who knows in his case?
Oh, he is quite crazy. That's what makes him amusing.
As you guys are checking your code in, Felix, are you trying to get away from Victoria at all, or are you staying nearby?
I'm just like going with it. Like, wait, can I do a check seeing if I recognize like Faye Glamour or anything like that?
Absolutely. This
What
is
would that
going to be a hard one. It's gonna be, let's see, probably intelligence and occult.
How wonderful. Okay, what do I need to meet her beat?
6.
Okay, so I need several. Wait.
Jesus.
I didn't succeed at all. She's just a showstopper. How odd. Showstopper with tricks.
Well, she knows about vampires. She did just say how funny that a vampire is playing a vampire.
I'm just like going along, agreeing, like not kind of being straight faced, like neither here nor there.
Does it
Also,
perk your interest at all when she said that?
I'm just like, actually, just look at her up and down for a quick glance. It's like, are you an agent? Are you someone's agent as well?
Am I? Are you?
For the right price?
Oh, mercenary.
Informant.
Ugh.
Mercenary implies I'm in the front lines.
I suppose.
As you guys are talking quietly, you hear a roar erupts behind you as a door nearly flings off the hinges of the car as Wagner steps out.
Yes, I see.
You know what? As a joke, I would like to attempt to use awe.
Yes. Okay.
Because I finally remember I have it. So it's manipulation and composure versus the crowd's. Sorry, manipulation and presence versus the crowd's composure and intelligence.
Okay, since it's a large group, I'm going to give them 4 dice. 2 for
That's
each.
fine.
What is it supposed to do?
Basically, everyone, if they fail and I succeed, their eyes are on their intention's drawn to me and they don't know why.
So
and if I'm talking, they tend to agree with me unless it's something detrimental.
The left side of the crowd closest to Wagner immediately turns away from Wagner. And don't even bother rolling because they did not succeed at all. You and the left and the right were they were just adorning you with clapping, and suddenly they turn their backs to you and they clap towards the door.
Do I notice that he did something?
Give me let's do wits and awareness.
I only succeeded once. I think it's fairly obvious.
I want you to know
I
that when Wagner sees this, he goes quiet for a moment.
I'm gonna try and make it look like it's all her doing.
And as this happens, does he see them?
That's
Does he see what
5
the crowd is
successes.
looking at?
5 successes. You are completely aware that he has activated a ability, a discipline that he has.
You're not the only one with tricks. I can have some fun too, you know.
It does sound like him angry.
To see if you can recognize where this is coming from, Wagner, I'm going to need some composure and awareness.
Unless he absolutely bombs it, I'm fairly certain it's obvious.
Oh, it's so funny when he's
I'm trying to
angry.
make it look like it's her if possible, but I guess it's kind of not.
Okay, so if you want it to look like it's her, I'm going to need a manipulation and subterfuge. And you'll be rolling against Daniels.
I rolled 2 critical successes and 1 success.
That's
No
5.
failure on the blood die.
A critical success for the for the blood die. That's a messy success, right? That's when
Correct.
something bad happens.
But you succeed in what you do, but something bad does happen. So how
Can I
many?
tell? Can I tell that he's trying to make it look like it's on me and not
I'm
him?
going to wait. Can I use some inspiration to reroll my blood die so that doesn't happen, or is that not allowed?
No, that's not allowed.
Well, worth a shot. Anyway.
For you
so
to be able to tell what he's up to, I am going to need let's have
so
wits and awareness.
Crit success, success, and bloody success. Bloody crit success.
You beat him. It looks like next to Felix, you recognize him immediately. He's the one that really pissed you off years ago. Next to him, there's this beautiful. What are you wearing, Victoria?
You know, actually something similar to what I actually am wearing, which is kind of a flapper style, just black dress. It's kind of fancy, but not too remarkable. And she's got these gorgeous blue gold feather earrings, and she has purple hair that comes down on the side in a braid. And I got 4 successes, by the way.
You are very much aware of what Felix did, and that he succeeded in doing.
Oh,
Can
I got a crit
make sure
success and bloody crit.
Can I make sure to hook his arm and and lean on him a little bit?
As you hook your arm and lean on him, you can feel that he is freezing. And you hear him almost like laugh out, snarling. What he did was hilarious.
Wagner sees this, yeah?
She's tittering too, just a little bit in her high, breathy voice. And you feel when she leans up against you that she's a lot more solid than you would expect her to be. And temperature-wise is fairly neutral. She's doesn't feel like a human, but she's not freezing either.
Okay. We're gonna pause here, and we're gonna jump to inside of the boardroom. Miguel, you find yourself standing with the infamous Dracula. He has come to you, and
oh, hello there.
He has come to you expressing how much that he wants you for the film, and he is moving mountains to make sure that this happens. Not that a Nosferatu is in the film. You see him in front of the not the director. Who is in charge of the films? Producer. He's in there with the producer. You 3 are there, and he steps into the room where you are with the producer. We'll call him Mr. Kevlar. That's a terrible name. Kevlar it is.
He's bulletproof.
So is this the actual Dracula?
The actual Miguel is not the actual Dracula.
But he's meeting the actual Dracula.
Yes.
Ooh.
So, before we start this conversation, Felix, Victoria, Wagner, I need you all to roll me, let's have resolve, actually composure, and we're gonna go with awareness. You need a 1 to succeed.
Got a 4.
2 successes and a critical success.
2 successes.
You all, in the middle of your laughing and your anger, whatever emotion that you are feeling, you feel a shiver run down your spine. Something ancient is here. This is not normal. It is gut-wrenching, and you feel afraid.
This frown.
Do I feel afraid?
Actually, Ankh, of course, you do not feel afraid. You're more curious than anything, because I don't think you've been in the presence of anything like this before.
I definitely have not. Do you feel that? Ooh. I wonder what it is.
So, so back into the boardroom. Mr. Kevlar, you see him sitting there, uh, looking up. You've come into this mid-conversation, Miguel. And Miguel, you are Lugosi, for those who are wondering. You want this Lugosi? He's never acted before.
That is a fallacy. I have done many a stage play.
We're not looking for stage play, though, boy. We're looking for film.
And where do you think film originates from?
Sound like my grandpa. You...
Well, child, you should know who you're speaking to.
You're too handsome.
Have you read the book?
I've taken parts that I like. I've made it into something a masterpiece, I'd say.
A masterpiece.
For
With that
film.
creature.
Yeah, we need something that'll terrorize. Nosferatu wowed the people. We need something that'll strike fear. You see...
I looks straight into his eyes. You do not know fear.
Oh, aren't you scary?
Just clenching my fist.
You are not aware. You do have the power. For those watching, Miguel is playing an NPC, so I have his character sheet. You do have awe. You do have dominate. You do have abilities that you're able to do. So basically, with that, you have.
I would like to cause him some type of fear.
Oh, definitely.
Or
I'm going to roll. We're gonna give you 1 hunger for you. And he is not expecting it at all, so you're going to automatically succeed. Because he's human. I will roll for Dracula, though. Let's give him 5 hunger. Oh. Imagine you causing fear, Dracula.
Oh shit.
Look at me, Grandpa. I'm the fearful one now.
He got only
Look what I can do.
He got only 1 success. So as you're doing, what exactly are you trying to do? What are you saying? What are you doing to cause fear?
Just exactly what I said.
Okay.
And I just want my own presence to emit this dark aura within this room. And make him feel small.
Now
that he's sitting down, but it feels like those are giants looming over him.
Now, have you given yourself the kiss of life? Have you reddened up your cheeks at all, or do you look undead?
I would say that he had a healthy meal.
Okay. Okay.
But not a full meal.
Okay. So in Vampire Masquerade, you can spend a willpower to redden up your cheeks to look like you have blood in your skin. Would you be doing that or not?
I would not. Not for this.
Ooh. Very interesting. Okay. So we're gonna add another fear element to that you look undead. As you say this to him, he's smirking and he's not paying Dracula much attention at all. He's just kind of standing in the corner as you're talking. And he's like, he just said that you're not scary looking at all. As you you do this motion again. You see him look at you, and you can't see it, but he feels his hairs stand on the back of his neck. Um, and he goes oddly silent and a little pale.
You see, there can be beauty in a monster.
But the people want something hideous.
Do they? Or maybe you can give them something they've never experienced before.
Never experienced before, huh? You're a really good looking guy. I don't think I can sell them on that. I mean, it's easy to fall in love with a good looking guy.
Before I continue,
Mm-hmm.
everything that I'm about to say is based off of the time, that the setting,
Mm-hmm.
and do not reflect my personal beliefs. How many ticket sales for these monster movies do you make for the women?
DM did not prepare this, so they're going to make up a number that might not be actually correct.
Fine.
$1,600.
You see, I can guarantee I will double that. And once the men see that the women are flocking to watch this movie, they will want to know why. And once they see the movie, they will want to be me.
We don't typically make movies for the women, though. Again, these are not my feelings, sentiments at all either. Thank you, Miguel.
We are making art, and art is for everyone.
Give me one thing. Give me a. This isn't manipulation. I'm gonna say charisma. Oh wait, I do you. Right. Charisma. You're very charismatic, sir. 4, and we're going to go one of those. Oh, hunger. Okay, against him, he only has 2. You see him nodding his head, and you see him pick up a box of cigarettes and just kind of pick one out of it. And you see him kind of mulling it over in his head. Art. Not just some monster movie.
There is a reason why you had to call your last movie Nosferatu instead of calling it Dracula.
Go on.
You could not get the rights to the book, no?
Correct.
And why was that?
The DM should have been more prepared. Enlighten me.
Because you failed to present something that truly reflected the author's intent. You see, the life of Dracula is romantic.
But Beauty and the Beast kind of style. Like, what more?
Exactly. It is a Beauty and the Beast story, except the Beast is the beauty.
Huh. You feel your awe continues to definitely astound him. You can definitely feel him fighting against it, going against everything that he's been taught. You definitely can feel him leaning into this more and more. Give me one more Let's go with charisma. Oh wait, yeah, charisma.
I'm just going out along for the ride. You're the one rolling the dice.
Right, I keep forgetting you're an NPC. You see him kind of nod and be like, "You have a problem, though.
Which is?
We've already cast our lead role to the famous Wagner. He won't take this well."
So you've casted the same role again when you were trying to make the legitimate movie.
He brought in the sales. People loved him. He was horrifying to look at. Frederick
But
did a
this
great
movie,
job.
this is going to be a speaky movie, no?
Yes.
Talkie.
Full audio. Can he project both his image and his voice? Nosferatu was a silent film. Dracula is not.
You've given me a lot to think about. We've got to change the posters. We got to change scripts. We've got to change a lot. This is gonna cost money.
It would be worth every penny.
Every penny. Well, you definitely succeeded in convincing him. You see, so we're gonna wrap that scene up there. You do see the figure in not the closet. He's definitely not in the closet. The figure in the corner just kind of nod his head.
Dracula's in the closet.
Come out of the closet.
Wagner, you've just seen this lady next to Felix just cause this audience to turn away from you, and right as your anger was rising, you felt this shiver go down your spine that you haven't felt in a long time.
Victoria just kind of laughs and waves at the crowd.
What do you do, Wagner?
I show that I am capable, and I use dominate.
Excellent. So dominates, let's see. Cloud memory by using the forgot, blaggity blaggity.
Can I tell that he's trying to use magic?
I'm gonna say with how you rolled with Felix's, you rolled so well, yes, you definitely can. So you're going to be rolling wits and resolve.
I'm gonna go in a little bit closer to Felix and say, "Are you gonna let him do this to you?"
And I have one hunger, right?
Yes, you have one hunger. This is years later.
Like, I'm merely having a bit of fun as an observer. I'm not truly here to take the show. Because if I take the show, it means the showrunner is no longer with us.
3 critical successes, 1 normal success, and 1 success on the blood.
Perfect.
You did go against your what should be any spy's instinct. Do not draw attention to yourself.
I just. Like, do I know if he's doing dominate as well? Out of curiosity.
Well, especially with her pointing it out, I'm going to say it's going to be an easier roll. So wits and perception, not perception, in awareness.
Awareness.
Yes. D&D speak.
Uh-oh. Oh, messy.
Can anyone tell that we play 5e
messy
a lot?
crit with my blood die. A big crit and 2 successes.
So you got a messy critical?
Yep.
Oh boy.
This is going well, guys.
As Victoria points it out, you can feel the anger starting to boil in you. You can feel your nails getting just that much longer. Barely contain the anger within you. And
surely you can do better than he can.
the audience, your attention comes straight back to you, Wagner.
Oh, Good evening. And he'll actually stop for a moment.
Oh, the camera's flashing and taking pictures of
And
you.
as he's looking, he moves the cape around, he does a flourish.
They love that.
I am nothing without all of you. The love that you show me. I love you too much to condemn you.
Peter, you've been in the crowd, you're watching, you've been staying away from the the church crowd. You're here. Your eyes are on Wagner. You've been told to keep an eye out for him. I'm gonna have you roll to see if you saw Wagner and Victoria get out of the car. I'm gonna see if you've been looking at them. You've been looking at
Felix.
Victoria came out with me.
Sorry.
Felix and Victoria.
Did I get the names wrong? I'm sorry.
You said Wagner.
Sorry.
Wait, what?
You saw Felix and Victoria get out of the car. You're looking at them. Something doesn't click in your mind, but you're like, they seem familiar to you, or one of them seems familiar. And your eyes are on waiting, just waiting for Wagner. And I'm gonna have you roll to see if you. So you don't recognize the most wanted criminal from the Catholic Church, but you spot Wagner. You.
I don't.
You know, he's got a mission. He's focused.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just so fixated on keeping an eye on the possible vampire television star.
And trying my best to look human, he'll go and he'll have someone light one of his cigarettes. And he'll just go and talk. It's so good to see you. It's been so long. I've not seen you since the Nosferatu set. It's wonderful to see that you're still taking pictures.
Do you want to do anything to test to see if he's human or vampire? You see him lighting a cigarette, which it takes years for vampires to master, but it can be done. You know that vampires are afraid of fire, so lighting a match, lighting a lighter can typically, if they're in a ornery mood, extremely hungry, it can set them off.
Wagner, on just to fuck around, seeing that he has the audience now, he'll actually go and point to the two people that were in front of him, and of course, our fellow actors. And he'll walk up to them and he'll wrap his arms around both, and he's gonna whisper in Felix's ear, "Long time no see, snitch."
Wagner.
Have been there.
It's so nice to see you again.
Peter,
And
as
then she kind of breaks away and walks off.
Ooh.
You're leaving me with Wagner?
As Wagner
Wait,
goes
wait a second.
over and grasps his arms around the both of them, something clicks. You recognize that guy he's hugging. You're pretty sure you've seen him somewhere.
Oh my
just
god.
like,
I'm going to get such a big raise.
He just squeezes onto Felix's arm. You look good. Time has been good to you.
Indeed.
I'm glad that you're here.
But
you
now
would see. Yes.
Time has been good to me, but not as good as it has been to you. For now,
You are here to see my success.
you're world renowned once again, and I am merely me. And the eyes of a greater power.
How
Nothing more.
absolutely
nothing less.
tragic for you, Felix.
That does not bother me. I had my fun when I was alive. I still have things in motion that even you do not know about.
Then, Felix,
No, before the church, I do.
allow yourself to be a footnote to this moment in history.
Footnote to you. We'll see.
You see people are starting to mill in behind you that are general staff and everything, and they're ushering people away from the door, like trying to push back the
He's very touchy-feely with everyone. He's because he's spending the blood on it. Come, everyone. It's so good to see all of you, to be around everyone.
Peter.
It's been so long since
Did either of them pay any attention to Victoria once she walked off?
you literally took the words right out my mouth because
I attempted to. I'm assuming Wagner.
I would like for literally this eye to kind of
Oh,
a little bit up from the skull.
That's not creepy.
and
Oh,
just kind
good.
of watch.
Because
And
Vittoria was going to throw a tantrum if she lost their attention.
You know, I'm too busy watching Wagner, seeing what he's gonna do to pay attention to you. He has
he'll
my
actually
arm, he could rip it off.
he'll
I
actually
need
let go
that.
of Felix, and he will go up to the young lady.
So before
She has
you go up,
found.
Yes.
Peter, you see Wagner touching many people. No one seems to be reacting about his cold skin.
Oh.
I notice Peter. Is he like
Uh,
obviously in the clergy style, like
oh
cross or anything?
no, he's not in clergy. You
Oh,
have a cross necklace on, Peter?
yeah.
I do think that you see like the small like you can see like the color
Okay.
like slightly peeking up from his from
Win-
his
winter coat.
jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's not as inconspicuous as he should be, but he's too like loyal to like take it off. So
Oh, I
he's
love that. Okay, so
I
roll me wits and awareness to see if you can pinpoint him out.
so wits and awareness. Do 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 do. What do
Wagner,
I need to meet or beat?
you need to beat a 3. Wagner, are you
I
looking
do.
for
Oh
people from the church?
no, not at all.
Okay, so
But he does go up to this fantastic looking leading lady. He's very curious now.
And
oh,
I just
She has. Is there any food tables or anything set up?
definitely there's a dessert
Anything?
table, champagne, there's fruits, there's hors d'oeuvres.
Okay, she's at the fruit table and just looking to see what they have, if there's anything interesting.
You see that
Wag.
it's
Oh,
after Christmas, it's in January, so they have a lot of like spiced foods. They've got very still festive Christmassy, not Christmas per se, but festive snacks out.
Do they have any alcohol out?
Definitely. So
Wagner will walk up to her without any qualm, and he will actually extend his hand. I would have remembered an actress like you, a leading lady.
oh,
May I? Would you give me the honor?
she puts her hand in yours
She
and
does.
oh wait, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking to the leading lady. I didn't
Oh
realize
wait,
you were talking to Victoria.
Oh
I
no, no,
thought
he
I,
walks.
I
He
assumed
walks. He
Victoria.
walks to. He walks to Victoria first,
Oh, okay.
and he holds her hand. You belong in the movies. Before you say anything, do not share your name. We can do something fun together. And he goes and he.
I wouldn't have shared my name anyway. It must be earned.
Oh, intriguing. And he'll move you in a little bit closer. You know, I have been looking for a leading lady for some time now. Something to think on.
No.
As soon as you say that, he looks a
I'm
little bit
still
crestfallen.
quite put out with you for attempting to destroy my roses.
Fast?
And then she turns and looks for some gin made out of a fruit called sloe.
Intelligence and insight to figure out what she's talking about, and you're able to find that others you find fully stocked. There's a bartender there ready to serve anyone who comes up.
2 critical successes and 1 failing on the blood.
It's on the tip of your tongue, but you don't know what she's talking about.
He stares for a moment. I have not had the love in a very long time. I don't think that's it. I have not harmed a woman in an even longer time.
Peter, during all of this, are you trying to get closer to them? Or are you what are you doing, Peter?
I think Peter is a bit confused about who he has to follow now because there's on one hand there's the vampire actor that he he was supposed to follow.
Mm.
And on the other hand, there's, Catholic Church enemy number uno.
The bad
it's
guy.
funny that you mentioned that. He seems to be staring at you.
I just motion like, Father,
If
say,
he
Father,
knows Vesta
come,
at
come.
all, if he knows Vesta at all, then he knows what the answer to that question is.
You know
Which
that
is,
that's
Vesta has a personal grudge against this guy. And she would love nothing better than to have his head on a platter.
Which guy?
Vesta is a coworker of yours. She's not your boss, but you know how much she hates Felix. She was.
Vesta. Oh yeah. I was thinking Victoria for a second. I'm like, wait a
Oh
second.
no, Vesta is the nunja.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's the badass
But
nun.
you know that the Pope himself, he wants to make sure Wagner is not a vampire. So you feel very conflicted, and here Felix is calling you over.
Yeah, Peter is not really a violent guy, but he's like, oh, should I go to that weird guy calling me over who could potentially kill me?
A good question.
I just like smile, looking, not showing any violent tendencies or anything, just like casually like, asking you to come over.
You killed my leader, man.
Mike, oh yeah, that's true. My guy doesn't remember that.
Yeah, well, he doesn't know that you don't remember.
Mind games.
So
well, he's. I think he slowly walks up to him, but like keeps his distance. So he's like,
sure,
from a fairly like from an awkwardly far distance. He's like, hello.
6 to 10 feet away, you hear him say, hello.
Yeah.
Come,
Social distancing, okay?
Let's have a proper conversation, Father. Father, come closer. I mean no harm.
All right.
You know me.
Like,
can we
slowly
see this?
creeping like 1 or 2 feet closer? Like,
Definitely. I'm gonna
wait.
say that you don't notice Felix so much. You notice this Peter more than anything. Like stopping, like, hi. Like he has to talk a little bit louder to be heard from so far away. I'm gonna say yes. You can see this. You can see that Felix seems to mean no harm. Like, he seems to be telling the truth.
I just smile. It's like, is something the wrong, Father? Have I done something wrong? I don't recall ever doing anything against you, have I? If so, I apologize.
Felix, have you given yourself the blush of life?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I would have done that before I left the car.
Right. One sec, Daniel. So yes, you two having this conversation, what are you guys saying?
It's always nice having a man of the cloth. A professional. Of a different sort. A man of peace. With an actor.
Thank you.
No, I'm pointing at Wagner when I say with an actor, not me, for what it's worth. If Wagner thinks otherwise.
Miguel.
Do you know him? He also nods to Wagner.
Yes. I am there to protect him, to keep an eye, to make sure his tendencies do not get the better of him. You know, actors with their with their oddities. On occasion.
All of this is happening. Daniel speaking to his future leading lady as Peter trying to suss out what to do. You see Mr. Kevlar and an individual walking down the stairs together. They seem to be having a good conversation, like jovial almost.
Kevlar?
Ah! You see him, he's like, he just kind of puts a finger up like he'll be there in a minute. and he turns to you, Miguel, and is Lugosi, and it's like, it's a very big gamble. You realize, I'm about to have a conversation that I am not prepared to have.
Oh no, no, no worries. I can break the ice for him if you'd like.
That would be fantastic. He waves at Wagner, and he turns
As
away.
Victoria
as
kind of takes the. Oh, sorry.
as that's happening, Wagner will literally gonna be like, hold that thought. I would like to say thank you to someone. And he will run up to Kevlar.
When she pulls her hand out of your hand, it kind of scrapes on your skin a little bit. Not intentional, just an odd texture.
He turns and just stares for a moment. But he runs up to
Way is looking at the fruit.
he
Looking
runs
for
up
figs or prunes.
he runs up to Kevlar and he will wrap his
I would
arm
like
around him
to
if possible.
intercept.
We're going to have some opposing roles. We're gonna take let's see, for you, Wagner, I'm gonna need a dexterity and an athletics. For you, I will allow Lugosi either strength or dex. Oh wait, what am I doing? We're gonna go with your strength, one hunger, and then I'm gonna go with athletics.
4 normal successes and 1 success in the blood die.
6. He beats you. You see as you run to go, or not run, but as you casually quickly walk to get to Kevlar, you feel, what does he feel, Miguel?
Just like someone just immediately sidesteps in front of him. Even if he could have been across the room, it's just unnaturally fast and stops right in front of him. Hello, Mr. Shrek, is it?
Did you give yourself the blush of life, or are you still unnaturally,
I am still the same as before.
You're in makeup. Okay, understood.
Makeup.
Wagner looks up. It's a pleasure to meet a fan. What do you think? Now if you would excuse me.
It is a pleasure to meet a fellow actor. My name is Bella.
Have I heard of Bella?
Roll me intelligence and either I will allow insight or awareness. Or academics. Academics feels. It rings a bell, but you have no idea who this is. Do you feel like you've heard the name before?
Oh.
No worries. I will soon make my mark. And that is why I am here. You see, you have done fantastic work on this Nosferatu film.
Oh,
You
thank you.
represent your kin proudly.
What was that?
You heard me.
Perhaps we should talk in private.
Maybe some other time, but right now, I am here to let you know that while your unofficial film based on the life of Count Dracula, I mean, the book of Dracula, is, well, from what I've seen in the previews, it's entertaining.
You haven't even seen it.
I'll see it. But I would not want it to taint my portrayal.
Your what?
You see, I would be taking the leading role in Dracula.
Oh, but the ambitions were but castles built in the sky.
I'm going to need a composure and a performance from Wagner.
Okay, so that's actually pretty good.
It's gonna be a hard one.
Can we hear what their conversation?
How far away were you? Do you think like 10, 15 feet away, I'd say? If you were actively trying to listen, I'd say you could probably mingle closer and hear no problem.
That is 5 successes, but a critical on the blood die.
I think
Ooh.
I would like to attempt to mingle, and she's kind of carrying her glass of slow gin, which, by the way, is very red.
Ooh. That'll...
That's just the color of the gin. It's red.
Perfect.
And she's just like swishing it around under her nose and smelling it. And she kind of mingles somewhere in between Felix and Wagner.
Sure.
Kind of an attempt to see what's going on with both of them.
Sure. Yes.
You had said that Dracula himself was here with us.
Yes.
And he hasn't done anything.
He hasn't. He's let you take the wheel because you were doing so fantastic.
Okay.
So you.
Well, actually, he hasn't done anything that you know of.
So my dear Bella, they have decided to go with a beautiful face for Dracula, huh?
With your messy...
That sounds unlikely.
With your messy critical, you can feel your nails growing just a little bit.
And he'll actually leaning close to Bella. Forgive me, perhaps you are a slave to the opium, like many other actors. But you must be high if you think you're going to take this from me. This is mine.
It's already been taken, friend.
Felix, roll me a...
Do I hear this?
From where you are, I would like you to roll me...
Everyone's snooping in on this conversation.
Like, what, Dracula? Hold your tongue, father!
Roll me a wits and awareness. And Peter, are you trying to listen in, or are you just more concentrating on like, oh god, who do I go after?
Is this guy going to kill me?
Yeah,
Or
I
do need
think I think Peter's right now more focused on like the person,
What do I need to meter
the
be?
murderer in front of him than
3.
like anything else.
I
But
got 3.
If
I'm
he's
good.
noticing that like the person in front of him is focusing on something different,
yes,
I'm
he'll
like,
try to focus on that
like, just
thing.
for a brief second when I heard her name, and then I look back, I'm like, Wagner is indisposed, it seems. A bit of a tussle. Unfortunate news for a future endeavor. So I whisper unfortunate news for a future endeavor that's not meant to be his.
Can I mingle more towards the priest because I sense mischief to be had?
Absolutely. Yes, Wagner.
I want to like go up behind him and like set a hand on the back of his shoulder and just like run it across as I hello.
You see a beautiful woman standing in front of you, beautifully dressed, but something a little off. And it's not her purple hair that's off. It's just like almost uncanny valley.
Her face is a little sharp, and her eyes are almost too big for her face.
Come now.
Almost.
You've had your fun tonight. I'm having my fun in conversation.
Oh, there is always more fun to be had.
Yes, Wagner.
Wagner will literally get as close as possible to Lugosi and try to make it look like a smile. I will let myself burn in the heat of the sun before I let you go and take this from me. Who says this is yours?
I'm just going to go in close to his ear. The source himself.
You lie.
Immediately as he says that and you say you lie, you remember that shiver that you felt.
Can I dramatically sidestep and Dracula's like right there?
Ankh or no Ankh?
Ankh me.
Ah, Ankh. We got an Ankh. Absolutely.
Wagner's eyes will just go wide.
Wait, so Dracula's in the room?
Apparently so. He
Can you
got
see
an
that?
Ankh.
That's him?
He will literally just put up his hands. Mein Meister.
Disgusting creature.
What?
He is going to be doing not awareness, awe on you.
But I've done so well in the other film. My face is on the billboard. I'm on the posters.
I would rather kill my entire clan than let you portray me. A monster. Victoria, you are currently, I don't know, seducing, trickstering the priest.
I'm just trying to make him feel uncomfortable. That's my entire goal. There's no seduction here.
Okay, are you
You're
paying?
succeeding.
There's no seduction. She is purely trying to make him feel very uncomfortable.
Are you paying attention to Wagner anymore?
I like half an eye's worth of attention. I feel like this has probably got to be a lot of tension.
Oh, you're missing out on some good tea.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like this is something major that would probably draw her attention.
You see him talking someone. I'm going to say the way you're standing, you can't see his face, but you see Wagner getting visibly upset. He's becoming more animated in his movements.
Do I notice?
Are you paying attention to Wagner still, or are you still talking to?
Like I'm like talking to him, like looking, seeing if Wagner was free at the time to like have a conversation.
I mean, Felix has
Sure.
been looking at him off
True.
and on the whole
True.
session.
I would say that occasionally, once you look over, you'll see, oh, he's talking to somebody. Oh, wait, he's
But I
getting
noticed
upset.
Dracula.
Well, if you didn't want to say that Victoria was paying enough attention, she is paying attention to Felix, and she would notice his attention being caught.
Yeah, I was just like got wide eyed, like, Father, I'm sorry. It seems his anger is about might get the best of him. Nothing as as it does to some actors. Perhaps another time would be a good, and you will be able to meet him, I'm sure.
You don't have to roll.
Oh, I don't.
No, and I'll explain.
Okay.
Wagner begins to fight back tears as he postulates himself to Dracula. This is all I have left, mein Meister. I can't go back to anything anymore. Please, I'm not strong like you are. I don't have the connections or the beauty or even the presence. I can do so much.
Your greed got the better of you.
But I promise to do better. I'll disappear after this. It will be a great. I will say that I committed suicide from the sheer mask of your beauty. That the role drove me mad. Please.
You should commit suicide now.
I have nothing
Before.
left.
That is not my problem. You think I like being in hiding all the time?
But I've done this. They know us now. Don't you see? They see us. They want
I
to
will
kill
not
us.
let you taint my name with face.
Oh.
He turns to Lugosi. This will be...
Wait.
Yes.
I was gonna say, do I notice him bow down to Dracula? If so, do I notice the same like I recognize the shiver as before, like he did?
You definitely can notice that Wagner is breaking down, that he is...
I will rush over there, like human speed, but like quickly, in case things go south.
Sure.
Like as
as
go
you
ahead.
get closer to him, he looks just like a normal guy. He doesn't look like a vampire. He looks just like a regular average dude that's dressed very well and very posh.
Do I? Oh, Dracula doesn't seem like anything. It's like Wagner. It's your night now. Why are you bowing down before this man? Wait, do I know? See, you said I don't sense he's a vampire or anything, correct?
Doesn't look like it. He's flush skin. So a little bit of meta knowledge. He doesn't look anything like what Wagner and what Lugosi are saying.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I figured. It's like, come now, get up.
As Felix has walked away,
Mhm.
Vittoria will also pat the father on the back and say, "Sorry, dear, something more interesting over here." And she'll follow at a distance.
I think that Peter is going there as well.
Does Vittoria see what Felix sees, or does Vittoria see what the others see?
Actually, that's a funny question. Are you using Gramarye? Because you're able to see vampires in their true form with your one ability.
I am, actually, that's true. Something is odd about this because Wagner is acting in a way that I have not seen him at all act. This is totally different from
Correct.
what I had come to expect. So I'm really want to try and investigate and see if I can figure out what's going on. Because this is odd.
It is very odd.
When Dracula was speaking to Lugosi about something, yes?
Oh yes, he turns to Lugosi. He, my understudy. He will portray me.
I have shadowed him extensively. Now, Wagner, or Shrek, I do not know what to call you anymore. You should listen to your friend here. Tonight is your night. Celebrate your final role.
Final?
He will look towards Lugosi for a moment, and all the bravado just melts away.
I'd just say
he looks smaller than usual, and he just kind of turns to Felix. I I wish that perhaps he just stops for a second, and he just turns to Lugosi.
As you're doing that, what is your ability, Melanie?
It's called Reveal. And it basically allows me to see through illusion and invisibility.
Mm.
And as he turns to Lugosi, I hate you.
When you cast this, you see extremely curly black hair dressed into a braid, large mustache, small goatee, thick eyebrows of a man, very, very pale, paper thin skin, like he hasn't fed enough in a long time. Immaculately dressed.
As
when
Do I
Wag-
recognize his significance at all? On the one hand, I feel like I wouldn't because Faye, and I can't say she pays a whole lot of attention to vampire politics. But on the other hand, considering who she is and that she is being involved in vampire politics by her queen.
Hmm.
The queen might have given her a small rundown of who's important. So
Yeah,
I could say either way, honestly.
Okay, I'm gonna say give me an intelligence and probably etiquette.
Oh, there it is. I was like, where did etiquette go? Uh, 2 successes.
Okay. You're not aware of the significance of this, but there is an 8-pronged star with a red ruby in the center of it with white pearls adorned around it on his breast. You're not aware of the significance of it, but it probably has a meaning to it. Like a family jewel or something like that.
And Felix went up to Wagner.
Yes, he's standing right
Yeah.
next to Wagner.
I talk based not knowing who this guy was. I straight up talked down like basically he's like he is nothing. It is your night. Let's have a fun time of it.
I want to. Wherever I'm standing, I want it to be like the edge
Mm-hmm.
of the crowd, so that she could possibly like be blending into the crowd, but
Sure.
still able to see clearly.
Sure.
She just watches.
Lugosi, you were saying something?
Yes, when Wagner says that he hates me, if he was still kneeling down, I will extend my hand to him. And I'm going to say, there's no need for such hateful words. We are colleagues of the silver screen.
I just frown and say, you lack the talent that you have the talent. He has the talent that you never will.
But, I'm sorry. It seems like you messed up your lines, friend.
I'm
Now,
I'm not your friend.
Is this display drawing any attention? Like, what do all the humans around us think?
They're not even paying attention. It's almost like
Not even looking.
they can't even see it.
Huh. Can the priest see it?
Yeah, can I see it?
Yes, the priest can.
Because I
Wagner.
did follow. I am like getting close to it, so I think Peter is within hearing distance.
You're definitely able to hear everything up to "I hate you." Like everything after that, you're able to hear everything with how close you've gotten.
What does the priest see when he looks at Dracula? Does he see
Doesn't have any of those abilities, so he would just see a normal looking man. He doesn't have that ability to see.
Wagner will take Lugosi's hand and stand up.
Who is that man to make you act as you are acting? Is there
The face of the movie. And he will turn to Dracula. I
this?
I humbly withdraw myself. I'm sorry if I've upset you.
Your very presence insults me.
There will be other movies.
No, there won't be, will there? My Meister.
Not if I can help it.
I at this point just completely ignore Dracula. Like, I don't fucked up. If I don't accept he's there, he won't hurt me.
He will look to Bella. May you live a long and interesting life, friend.
may our paths cross again.
Wagner will turn to Felix. as you see Ica starting to come out from one of his eyes.
Like, no need for that.
You
You have a
saw
fan
the
who wants to talk to you.
the priest, yeah, Peter, you see black goo coming from his eyes.
And Wagner will walk out.
Walks right by you.
And as he walks out, Wagner will repeat Dracula's name and Lugosi over and over and over and over.
As you walk out, you start seeing paparazzi flashing cameras in your face, people asking you questions.
He starts to kind of move around and forgive me, I'm not feeling very good at the moment. I seem to be having an allergic reaction. And as he makes it to the front,
Your reflection in the car window.
he looks up at the banner. He looks down at the car. Oh. And then Wagner is going to walk into traffic.
Oh.
To get hit?
He will literally toot toot toot.
Onk or no onk?
Onk.
As you are walking into traffic, the first car honks and swerves out of the way, and then a semi-truck.
And as it's coming, Wagner will just go and smile. The last shining lights. And he lets that car hit him.
It crumples around you. This is considered aggravated damage.
Oh no.
I feel like this is not enough to kill you because
Live now. He knows too much.
So you will survive this, you know this, but you'll have to get hit like
Never heard of her.
You'll have to get hit like 5 more times to die.
But that's not the point. Wagner will make sure that the accident is brutal. And he will pull the person that's driving into the wreckage.
Hmm.
And Wagner will die in his human state.
Sorry. My dog was having a nightmare, so
Oh.
But Wagner simply lets it happen. And he will obfuscate.
Before or after? Well, actually, you didn't say it, so we're gonna end the story there.
Way to make me look bad.
As you pull the driver out of the wreckage,
oh yeah, no, this is
the
the whole
witnesses.
spiel.
There are no video cameras at this time that are handheld, but people tell the police that no, there was a guy, he got hit. It was terrible, and then he pulled the guy out of the truck. It makes the news, as there is
something fantastical.
There are drawings that were by multiple sources that the cops have compiled of you. A beautiful token of your, almost like your billboard.
And that evening, when he's alone again,
Mm-hmm.
he will wait by the theater that he knew, where he first came up in. And he will wait for the sun. And as the moments come closer, when he sees the clouds begin to part, he closes his eyes just for a moment. and rage fills him so intensely.
I'm gonna pause right there. I have Peter and I have Victoria that want to do something.
At some point, can Victoria have magicked or slipped something into Wagner's pocket?
Absolutely.
Specifically, this is after Wagner has walked away from Dracula.
Sure, what did you slip into his pocket?
A rose.
Perfect.
It is perfect, and it doesn't matter if it took him a day or a week to pull it out of his pocket. It has not started to pull it yet.
That's beautiful. Inspiration. Peter, what are you doing?
So what Peter would have done as soon as Wagner would have left was confront a man who he does not know is Dracula.
Oh no.
Lugosi, Felix, you see, and Dracula see this small meek of a man come up and straight towards Dracula.
Grab him, throw him, and drag him away.
I want to.
He will fight.
Oh,
He
never
will
mind.
fight back, and he will be pointing at him, and he will be like, I do not know what you did, but that is not how you treat people. And he will be just.
If that's it, then I let him go. Okay, actually, no, I just let him go. If he's dead, that's one less witness.
And he will just be angrily just calling him out on how he
And as
treated,
he has his finger up like that, can I just break it?
I'm gonna say roll roll me a dexterity and a
You
brawl.
roll that.
Oh shoot!
You are the
Do I see him about to do this?
Yes.
I'll try to block that. I don't need even more shenanigans happening before me.
So I'm gonna need a dexterity and an athletics to beat it. We're gonna go against each other. Oh, and I need a hunger.
Athletics and dex, you say?
Yep.
Victoria is still watching all this, by the way.
So, 3 successes and 1 crit success.
Ooh, we meet. Okay, get another die out, Onk.
Onk.
I got it. Okay, one more time.
Wait, you got what?
I got an Onk.
No, I called Onk, I thought.
Oh,
No,
I thought we were
you were
rolling.
saying, like, do you call Onk?
No,
so I was
we
saying,
were
yes, Onk.
Dice off.
Yeah, we're dicing off of each other.
Oh. Onk.
I got an Onk.
That was the first Onk. I have to roll again, because I didn't
Okay.
roll. I thought I was just calling it. Onk.
Okay, this is getting ridiculous.
Want to just have a evens or flip a coin or something?
Yeah, let's flip a coin. I don't have a coin. I've got this. Okay,
I have a penny.
It's the same thing on both sides. Yeah, you flip your penny.
Heads or tails?
I'm gonna be tails.
Oh, you win.
Yay! Okay, so you see Miguel's. Yep,
Darn.
just snap.
You big nuke! I'm trying to be civil, you bastard.
Peter, your finger is now at a 90-degree angle.
He's going to fucking cry.
I just drag him away. It's like, I'll get you the medical attention you need. Don't worry.
Oddly enough, no one seems to notice you dragging him out.
And then when no one else is around, I just put him out of his misery.
Oh no!
He's seen too much.
No!
Okay, as this is happening, Daniel, you're standing there, waiting for the sun to come.
Was I supposed to do that?
And he'll look up into the sky. I'm ready.
Roll me composure and roll me awareness.
With that though, I wanted to mention something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if you want me to roll this after that.
Before.
4 successes.
Perfect.
He will put his hand in his pocket.
You feel the rose.
And he'll pull the flower out.
It
And he'll
hits
just
you.
stare.
It hits you. Why Victoria would not be your leading lady. You were rough with her roses.
He opens up his jacket and he places it above where his heart would be. And he'll close his jacket up again. And the feeling of spite fills him. The desire to outlive his enemies. And he will break the lock. And he will enter the theater. And he will close the door.
Close the door. You feel the smallest singe on the back of your neck as the door closes.
And he'll just look around. I suppose this will do. And he will go into the depths of the basement. And he will rest.
And with that, we end tonight's session. Congratulations.
Wonderful.
You have hit all of your checkpoints that I had for you.
Fantastic.
You get to get an extra attribute point and an extra skill point.
Holy crap. Okay. Well, thank you all so much. That was a lot of fun. Paul Wagner. Bet you weren't expecting me to walk in front of a car, huh?
Well, that was actually one of the points.
Reference. I make
So-
the death of the priest look like a mugging gone wrong.
Fantastic.
Just so no bite marks or anything, because I actually have like a knife. I would like make it look like.
Oh my god!
Like
They
cover his mouth.
broke his finger, then they stabbed him to death.
And forgive me, you said it was an extra attribute point, and what else?
And a skill point.
And the skill point. Thank you so much.
And then I leave him in an alley.
Perfect.
Was he supposed to live by curiosity?
He was not supposed to live. That was one of the checkpoints. So you
I helped you! Do I get assist for that?
You get a good job.
This bullshit.
Gold
It wasn't for
star.
me! Wait, was Dracula kill if I didn't?
I have a question.
No. Yes.
Does Vittoria have checkpoints?
What, sorry?
Does Vittoria have checkpoints?
She does.
Oh, have I met any?
You actually have met 2 for your skill point.
Ooh. Very cool.
Yup.
And Wagner will slowly begin to devolve into the lunatic that he becomes. Do I meet Beatrice, my rat?
Oh, we'll get into that later when we get into the main game. But yes, you definitely do.
Do I know where Wagner went, or do I just find him again later?
You find him again later.
Okay.
I'm gonna say there's a billboard that it has him for Nosferatu that it's starting to peel down. It was his last performance at the theater before it was shut down. You see that it's suddenly maintained. It's been posted back up there. The corners aren't curling down anymore. You find him eventually.
Okay. I look forward to it.
Well, thank you everyone for joining us for Vampire the Masquerade. It's been a hot minute since we've actually played, so we will be next Monday is for the Mystery Oops campaign, which is in our Discord at 7 p.m. Eastern Monday. And that is in Tavern 1, and that is by Miguel that will be DMing that. And then the following Monday after that, the 17th, will be Vampire the Masquerade again. Be sure to join us for this Thursday. Hey, your birthday!
Happy birthday.
Be sure to join us for Thursday the 6th at 8 p.m. Eastern, where we have our normally scheduled Legion. And a little special event that we have going on Thursday the 27th will be our D&D Mystery One-Off, which will be done by
Oh!
It's gonna be great and chaotic. If we don't hit chaos, I am doing something wrong.
Yes. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us, and say bye!
Bye.
And we are off.
I'm just amused I helped him get the final checkpoint. I'm just like, oh crap! I'm told that he's not supposed to fuck up. No!